that do the game tonight. All right. They're in silver tonight. They're actually royal blue and silver, the colors for the Privateers. The Aggies in the home whites. Jalen Moore knocks it to the backcourt to Shane Rector. Let's see, they start off the game starting in man-to-man defense. Shane goes over to the right-hand corner, down to Jalen. Under the basket, he finds Norby. Norby comes around to the other side, almost walked with it, got away with the walk, and then they're going to call the foul underneath the basket.
He kind of got lost. He was too far under the bucket, looked up, couldn't, had to take a step one way or the other, got fouled in the process.
They ran the old dribble play that they've
right
used
off the point.
And had it down inside. Now, Janasek banked in a free throw in the second half that was much needed against Utah Valley. He struggled at the foul line this year, throws it away and makes the free throw, and the Aggies lead 1-0. Norby double figures 3 of the last 4 games, averaging almost 11 and 7 rebounds a game over the last 2. That's better.
That's where we want to see him.
One more for Norby, and he misses. Long rebound. Jalen went for the low one, but he didn't get it. Gill did. Gill digs it out of there. Gives the ball up across the timeline as Broyles with the ball for the Privateers. Aggies in man-to-man, 1-0 Utah State. They'll use a lot of shot clock. Gustavius Gill way over, lobs it over on the far side, finds Powell under the basket, reverse layup with the left hand, hit the bottom of the backboard, grabbed by Janasek with a rebound. So the backboard blocked him.
Yeah, he had the shot on the other side.
Dargington goes down the right, fakes, pumps, banks it, missed it, rebound Norby off the hand, couldn't get it. Norby didn't jump enough to get the ball, and here comes Thomas. Thomas comes up the left side, pulls up at a 15-footer on the left, is too long. The rebound snatched and thrown back out front, and then Gill gets at the free throw line, and a 15-footer is good by Gustavius Gill, and they lead 2-1. And then they stole the inbounds play, Thomas did, from Dargington. He scores and gets fouled by Alex. So Alex threw the inbounds pass right to Thomas, who stole it, missed the first shot, and then went up and rebounded and then got fouled.
Very casual. It didn't look, you know, they're not used to that color yet, and he was standing right there.
So Alex gets the foul and the turnover right off the bat on a bad play, and it's 4-1 early. Again, the starts of the game, to be honest, these last couple of games haven't been very good for the Aggies. The missed free throw there by Thomas, and he's a good free thrower. Rebound to Janasek, 4-1 Privateers. 18:54. Skip it over on the baseline to Jalen Moore, 15-footer out of the left corner, good for 3.
There we go, Jalen, that might start him.
Jalen Moore did make a 3 against Utah Valley. That's his 15th of the year. The Aggies take the tie ball game now at 4-4 with a 3. Now the Aggies go to man-to-man, half court. Over here on the right-hand side, slip it to the free throw line. Thibodeau gets it off. Powell looked low on the wing to Gill. Shot clock at 12. Here comes Powell to screen. No, he's going to get the pass. Top the key goes to Thomas over on the left. Gets it up now to Broyles. Free throw line extended left side with 6 to shoot. Broyles back to Thomas. Thomas over here to the right-hand angle. Goes against Dargington and lays it in at the end of the shot clock. Scoops it in.
Way too easy.
6-4, but Jalen gets down quickly on them, lays it up, and it's good. Jalen Moore flying to the basket with 5 for the.
I'd like to see that.
Early 6 points for the Aggies. I think Dargington's going to come right out, and Gore Barnabas is going to come in. He's already thrown the ball away and had Thomas score on him. Free throw line pass to Powell. Hand off to Broyles. Goes down the right side on McEwen. Puts it up on Kobe. Way too long, and a volleyball rebound. It's going the other way. It's going to be a rebound foul on New Orleans. DJ Nelson with the call. DG says the foul is called on Travin Thibodeau. Travin Thibodeau had a triple-double in a game this year against Florida College. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists for a 6'9" guy.
Yeah, comes from a small school, Plaquemine. Been there many, many times. It's a good athletic school.
Tied at 6. Top of the key against the zone now, the Aggies. They pass it to Norby, and he wasn't looking for it from Jalen. Threw the ball away. Here comes the Privateers after the Aggies' second turnover of the game. Remember, they started with 5 straight turnovers in the Great Falls game and in the Utah Valley game.
Yeah, this ball handling has been suspect at this point.
Thomas dumps it low to Powell. Powell goes in against Janasek, goes back to the left side, and then falls away short. A rebound grabbed by Barnaba, who is in for Dargington. So Gore, out of Rochester, Minnesota, is in the game. Played, of course, in the Iowa Junior College last year. Hand off to Jalen Moore on the left-hand wing. Now he wants to pass free throw line area, but finally finds Rector. 18 to shoot. Shane takes it over to the right. Shane down the right side of the lane, all the way under the basket. Doesn't shoot it. Goes on the baseline, throws a low one to Barnaba, and a one-hander hangs on the rim and goes.
He just about overshot it. We thought it was going over, but it hung.
8-6, so we have a lead change, and Utah State takes the lead back at 16:53 to play first half. All right, Broyles high post pass. Barnaba knocks it away. It's free. Rector couldn't pick it up, though. Thibodeau throws it down to Gill. Gill drives in, and great play by, again, McEwen to kind of knock the ball free from behind, and then Gill dribbled it out of bounds for a turnover.
Good recovery by Toby.
Yeah, Kobe did a great job on that play.
Yeah.
8-6 the score. Now a substitution for Coach Schlesinger. He brings in this Nate Fry, a 6', 215 senior. It's from Houma, Louisiana. 8-6. Takes it over the right side. He was suspended the first semester for school violations of rules. Rector faked the three, drive the baseline, leave it back for Barnaboo with a bad pass. Picked off. Now the two guards come down. They lay it behind for Powell for a powerful dunk.
Yeah, good ball handling. All three guys touched it on the fast break, 3-on-1.
Tied at 8. And now down the floor, McEwen in traffic, jumps, throws to Jalen Moore, who is hot. So Jalen Moore already with 8 points, 11-8.
That's what you want to see out of a player like Jalen. He just needs to dominate this game.
4 minutes in, Utah State by 3. All right, the pass Fry. Thibodeau throws for Fry, and they're going to call the foul on McEwen for tripping him as he got by him, even though the pass was going to be high and wide.
Yeah,
they went the other way. They went to Norby Janicek for a trip.
For a trip, huh?
So we'll be out of bounds to the Privateers when we come back. First media timeout, 15:53 to go, first half. Utah State 11 and New Orleans 8 on the Utah State Aggie Basketball Network. Landscaping right now, but the pros at Canyon Landscaping always are. This is the great time to design that landscape, so we'll be first in line as soon as the weather breaks. Look for the leaf, call 752-3838. 10-3, Carolina leads Washington in the Monday Night Football game going on tonight. And Purdue wins again. Boy, that was a nice win they had against Notre Dame.
Yeah, Purdue's legitimate. It's going to take them a little time to keep climbing, but they're going to stay in the rankings.
They easily beat Western Illinois 82-50. And it was Notre Dame, the team that they beat the other day, beating Colgate 77-62. A couple scores for you. The foul was on Janicek as they split the post at the top of the key. Here's the inbounds play. And go past low, Fry to Thomas, who hooks it up and in with that soft touch. Shoots over 60%, and he's already made 3 baskets in this game. It's 11-10. He averages 20.
The two stars are performing right now, aren't they?
Yep, Moore's 3 for 3 on the other end for the Aggies for 8 points. They get to Jalen on the zone. They also bring into the game for the first
There's
time.
A lob and a slam dunk.
But they're not going to give it. They're going to call illegal screen and set it up. So, nope, it's Gore Barnabas who got the foul.
A moving pick, unfortunately, cleaned him off on the lob dunk.
A great passes. Rector does that really well with Jalen. So
that's a hard play to do against the zone. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had to go headhunt him.
So they did check into the game for the first time, George Rosa out of Orlando, Florida. So it's 11-10. Utah State by a point. Bounce it low. Backing in, Thomas spins around on Jalen Moore, and a one-hander's got together. He just uses that body and clears that body away.
Just like the Scattering Sport says, he's a bull on the inside, and he's not afraid of Jalen, 6'9".
He's watched film of Adrian Dantley play.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
12-11, Privateers take the lead back with their swarming zone defense. Quinn Taylor screens for Jalen. In the corner goes to McEwen. McEwen on the left side of the lane gets open for a minute. Now Rector for 3, down the middle for Shane, got it! His 12th 3 of the year gives the Aggies a 2-point lead, 14-12 at 14:45 to play.
A lot of people talk to me about that shot. They think it needs to be corrected, but he's too good at it.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh, he's been doing that since he could walk.
Yep.
Let it alone, because he's a good shooter.
Fry out front. Thomas stops the dribble. Give up the ball now to Rosa. Rosa on the wing in front of the Aggie bench to Powell. The cutter is Thomas. Can't get it to him this time. Now they pass it top of the key. Zeno is in. Zeno backs back in a 16-foot fall away. It's a swish with a rainmaker.
Yeah, that was almost what do I do with the ball type shot.
That's a Raptor duster. 14 all at the 14-15 mark. Privateers shooting it pretty well now. Again, they get the ball in Thomas's hands against the Aggies looking at this zone defense. Rector goes over to Jalen Moore on the right. They try to get a couple guys on Jalen. Comes back to Rector on the left. Now Jalen out between the circles with 9 to shoot. Back to Rector on the left. Rector penetrates. Goes a low pass to Quinn Taylor. 1 dribble in the key. Spin it out of the key to McEwen. 2 to shoot. Got to shoot the ball. He backs back. He shoots for 3. It's no good. It didn't hit the rim. It banked off to Quinn Taylor, but it didn't hit the rim. So it's a shot clock violation.
Side of the board. That was the lost track of the shot clock.
So now Rector goes out of the game. And Julian Perry will check in, the junior out of McKinney, Texas for the Aggies, tied at 14. 13:44 to play here in the first half. So the Aggies now with the 4th turnover. So they did call that a missed shot and probably a team rebound. Bounce it low and throw the ball away. He tried to bounce it down to Thibodeau and threw the ball too wide. So trying to get the pass down there was Rosa. and it's out of bounds. That's the second turnover for the Privateers, tied at 14. They average 18 turnovers a game. The Aggies only 13.
Aggies going back to man-to-man now.
Yep, they have gone back to man. So McEwen goes to zone. Everybody goes all the way down into knee, scores it, and is fouled on the drive.
Nice power play.
So the foul's called on Zeno. First basket for McEwen.
Well, everybody was adjusting to the man-to-man. Kobe took the ball
Just
in and
blasted around everybody.
Right, yeah.
Now Gill comes back into the game. They take out Fry and they take out Rosa. Aggies with the 16-14 lead. Kobe McEwen has made 15 of his last 22 free throws after his miserable start at the line.
He's a good shooter. He's no problem there.
Gets it up to 62%. He rattles in a three-point play the old way. You know, he's actually hitting 58% of his twos this year.
Yeah.
17-14. Aggies put on some pressure. Throw up front court Thibodeau. Thibodeau in front of the Aggie bench to Thomas. Get it out between the circles to Broyles, who's back in. This is a senior. He's played all 4 years for Coach Schlesinger. They knock it out of Thibodeau's hands, but he gets it back at the free throw line. Then he goes for a dribble. Then he passes to Gill. 10 to shoot, 13-minute mark. Aggies by 3. Here's a drive by Broyles, runs into Quinn Taylor, and then he travels with the ball. Quinn Taylor, good defense. He stayed in front of him with the body and made him force it.
Take a step sideways.
Take a second step after he knocked the ball free.
Yeah.
So we're 7 minutes into the game. USU by 3. Front court, Jalen. Top of the key to Perry. Julian down the left side. Julian open. Three-pointer on the left-hand angle. In and out. He shot it well lately. Rebound to Broyles for the Privateers. Long lead pass under the basket to Thibodeau. He puts it up wild. No. Rebound to Quinn Taylor, who missed it the one end. Lead pass comes down to Jalen. Jalen on the left-hand wing. Yo-yoing goes back out front. Sets it up at the top of the key. Wants Quinn to screen for him. He goes around to the left. Now he goes back to the middle of Gore Barnaba. Right-hand side handoff to McEwen. Kobe top of the key. Fills it back to the left-hand dribble. It goes to Jalen. Jalen has a dribble off his toe and loses it. Fifth turnover.
Good hands on the top. Deflected it a little from him.
Now Christavius Gill in the front court. Gives the ball back out front to Broyles. Cross court. Here's Thibodeau driving on Gore. Goes down underneath and puts up a left-hander and around and out. He got his own rebound though, but then he lost it, but a foul is the reason why he lost it.
He doesn't have a lot of touch, but he is kind of a bull in there.
Called the foul on Quinn Taylor for Utah State. Now Janicek in, Sam Merrill in, Dargington in, Rector in for Utah State.
Must be rest time.
Soul.
Yeah.
We'll bring in 4 new guys.
Wowie.
The only one who stays is Julian Perry. 12:04 to play first half. And we got a media timeout coming for more break for some of the guys too. 3-point lead Aggies. The inbound in the corner. Broyles, and it's dropped out of bounds. As soon as Cheeseman comes into the game, he dropped it out of bounds.
First touch.
Yep, A.J. Cheeseman. I don't even know if you can officially call it. Just a barely touch, as he dropped it out on the inbounds play. He's a 6'3" freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. All right, Sam Merrill gets it on the right-hand wing. Sam drives to the free throw line. Almost walked with it and then passed it off to Rector. Lob it underneath for Gore, and they knock it away. Thibodeau does from behind. Picked up on the scramble by Zeno. Front court goes to Gill. Gill brings it up, shovels it back to Broyles, who let handle the point guard spot, and Gill's more of their wing three-point shooter, even though you'd think he'd be a point guard. He posts up Broyles underneath on Rector, and then Rector fouled him. Boy, Rector was ready to steal the ball.
He's got good hands. That's a close call, but they almost give you that, unfortunately.
So the foul will be, it'll be 2 shots when we come back, and the Aggies only lead by 3. 11:31 to go at the break, and it's Utah State 17 and New Orleans 14 on the Aggie Basketball Network. When you see the 7 turnovers at the start of the game again. The Aggies have started with 5 straight turnovers without a shot against Great Falls. They did get a shot in the Utah Valley game, but also had 5 turnovers early, and now they got 7 in this game.
They got 7. They've only attempted 6 shots, and they got 7 turnovers, so we're not even 50-50 on that, and we're getting out-rebounded.
7 to 5.
Yeah,
right now.
not bad. But
4 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And again, that's what you don't want to give up.
That was one of the keys. We can't give up that.
Thibodeau already with a couple offensive boards.
We're a little disheveled on the inside. You notice that we've made a quick change, and now we've changed people in, and we haven't.
Tevin Broyles is 77% of the free throw line. He gets to shoot 2. They missed their first free throw opportunity a while back. He makes that one. That's his first point of the game. He averages 8 points a game. He had 18 against Indiana last year as his career high, even though this year Florida College 13 is the highest he's been this year. He makes both free throws and cuts it to 1. 1 point lead. Aggies over Privateers at 11.5 to go. Rector in the backcourt with Perry. And then Merrill is the small forward. He gets the pass on the right-hand wing, free throw line extended. Janicic, top of the key, lobs the ball for Dargington. Horrible pass, but it's deflected to Perry for the Aggies. 15 to shoot. I don't know where Norby's trying to throw that one.
Over everything.
Now it's Rector out front, screen from Janicic. Rector comes back to the left. Now he penetrates, kicks it over to the right. Dargington for 3 on the right wing, too long.
That's not a shot for Dargington, I don't think.
He's made 3 of 10 now on the year from 3. Here's Broyles down the middle all the way to the basket. Lay it up, miss it, tap is no good, and the rebound Aggies. Julian Perry. 1 tap in there from Cheeseman. Julian brings it down, 1 point Aggie lead. 10:50 to play first half. Gets it back to Sam Merrill. Merrill over here to the left to Dargington. Alex fakes. Alex to the free throw line. Cutting underneath the basket. Perry didn't catch it clean. It was a good pass.
Turnover.
Yep, 8th turnover. That was a good pass right in his breadbasket.
It looked good, the timing, but yeah, I saw Julian look at his hands like he's got him on backwards.
I should catch
think
that
he's
ball.
all right.
Yep. 10:39 to play, and Coach Duryea seeing his team again having turnover woes at 8 already early. So the Aggies lead just by 1. Here's Thibodeau. Free throw line extended right. Free throw line to Powell. Powell with the ball. Makur Powell turns, doesn't shoot it yet. Now he lobs it under the basket and hit the rim, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll belong to the Aggies. So it's a bad pass is really what ends up happening, although they might call the shot attempt
because he hit the rim.
Yeah, he didn't mean, he wasn't trying to shoot it. But, so I don't know if they'll call that a turnover or a shot.
I don't know. We'll see.
They've still got him at 4 turnovers, so I guess it was a shot. 10:15 to play in the first.
He had it a long time out there, didn't he?
Didn't know what to do with it. He didn't want to shoot a 15-footer, that's for sure. All right, Sam Merrill off the screen from Norby. Gets it cross-court Dargington. Corner to Rector. Baseline it goes. I'm sorry, Perry to Norby. Janicic this time not doubled, so he spins in, goes back with the left hand. Now that is what he can do with patience.
That's right. A little patience. He's got a little size advantage in there. Use it.
19-16. He's got 3 points, his first field goal of the game. 9:45 first half. Okay, over on the left, Fry with the ball. Fry's back in, skips it cross court, finds Broyles. Screen from Powell, driving Broyles, cut off by Perry. Now he goes to a posted Powell against Janicic. Now his 10-foot one-hander is good. This time he's a little closer and he made it. So it is 19-18. Poe has, again, his second basket of the game. 1 point lead. Out on the left-hand wing, Julian Perry. Hands it off to Sam Merrill. Merrill on the left side. Merrill skips it cross court, finds Rector, looked at the 3, didn't take it, skips to the basket, gets it back to Merrill, 3-pointer on the left-hand angle, round, no good. Janicic nice. Rebounds, back up. Norby gets it out of there, finds Rector for 3 on the left wing, and it's too long, no good. So the rebound has come down to Eric Thomas, who's back into the game.
He had a rebound bucket. Take it back up.
Yep, just go right back
Recognize
up.
It. You got that's a feel. You can feel you're there alone.
19-18. Dribble drive Broyles down the right side of the lane, put up on the glass. It won't go. Rebound to Julian. Perry gets it out of there. Perry cross court finds Merrill. Under the basket, Dargington. Dargington spins, doesn't shoot. Passed it off, and it got kicked out of bounds. He's in front of the basket, too, for an easy shot.
A 2-footer across the middle. Almost could have slam dunked it out.
It's like Dargington doesn't want to shoot it, I think, and then in other ways, Norby got that rebound, but he's got to go right back up and shoot it.
There comes the committee. We're just really rotating them in and out, aren't we, in the middle?
So Barnaba and Jalen Moore come into play up front right now. And here comes the first time of the game we're going to see Cameron Reed, a 6'4" sophomore out of Louisville. Played the last 4 games for them. So Gill goes out. Rector inbounds the ball to Jalen Moore. Being held by Thomas. He gets it under the basket. Gore Barnaba puts it up quick and missed it. He shot it too fast. So the Aggies now get a point blanker and then shoots it way too hard.
Yeah, he's really struggling. He's more comfortable with the 3 than he is inside, shooting a little power.
That's just almost like a turnover right there under the basket to miss that one. Still 19-18 Aggies. All right, Fry over here on the right. And off the bench, a shooter comes in Reed. They pass it down the corner, and Powell lost it out of bounds. So that's the 5th turnover on the Privateers. And boy, we've been stuck at 19-18 for a couple minutes.
A lot of turnovers in this game.
Inside shots not even taken by the Aggies and then missed. McEwen's back in. McEwen down the middle to the right to Barnaba. Finds Jalen Moore, who had the hot start with 8 points. Gets it off now to Barnaba on the baseline on Powell. So that's the two cousins. They get it back on the wing to Jalen. Jalen goes to bump angle and a 15-footer in, no, and out. Rebound comes off the glass. Grabbed and down the floor, Rosa. George Rosa leaves it up between the circles to Fry. Wanted to pass to the right wing, now finds Thomas. Picked up by Jalen. Thomas goes back out front. 1 point lead, still ball kicked by Kobe McEwen. Shot clock's at 17, so it'll stay there, and we're gonna have immediate timeout. 7:41 to go, and it's still Utah State 19-18. These teams are playing pretty good offense for a while. It's slowed down. 7:41 to play in the first half, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network. They're 1-4 in their road games. Hey, I got to mention this. First time they ever played an NCAA basketball game, New Orleans in the tournament, they beat BYU in the first round.
Is that right?
And they lost to Alabama in the second round.
Wowie.
So let's see.
I don't remember that.
That was in, I've got it written down here somewhere. I'll find it.
Be an interesting year.
It was 1987 was the first time they ever made the NCAA Division I tournament. They were a Final Four team back in the early 70s in the Division II National Championship. They lost to Old Dominion one year there. Hey, you asked for it. A&W's got it. The 21-piece shrimp and fries basket is back at A&W. Right now, 13-3, Carolina leading the Monday night football game. Air Force leading Colorado 15-14. About 7:45 to play. They inbound the ball against the Aggies' own defense here. Fry with the ball at the top of the key. 6 to shoot, 5 to shoot. Goes against Merrill, spins back to right, and then Merrill hit him in the top of the head as he spun around. So Sam gets the foul. The Aggies have 6 fouls. The Privateers have 3.
Yeah, we're not doing a lot of that. The ball's turned over before we foul on both ends.
Aggies, of course, with the bad ball handling game so far. And now at the free throw line, Fry makes the free throw, ties the ball game. Violation of University of New Orleans Athletic Department policies is the reason why he was not eligible to play until last Saturday night. And he's been a 3-year player for him, and he makes both free throws, and they take the lead. He's had 35 double-figure games in his career, averaged about 8 points down through the years. 2019 Privateers, man-to-man defense for New Orleans. Corner to Merrill. Merrill on the left side. We got a holding call on Powell down underneath. So Poe gets the foul. That will be his first.
You know, we just lacked a little offensive continuity. The ball's not moving. It's really jittery.
And maybe it's the mixture of their defense, zone to man.
Well, and also the substitutions.
Yep.
I mean, there's just been...
Rector out front, man-to-man pressure defense now. Rector gets a screen from Gore, goes back to the right around that screen, gets it back to Gore down the middle, and a three-point launch by Barnabas just way off to the right. Barely ticked the rim and went out of bounds into where the band usually is, but they're gone for the Christmas break. Well, the Aggies started off shooting the ball pretty well, too. Now they can't even make lay-ins.
Jalen Moore hasn't seen the ball very often, has he? Not off the offense.
One basket by 4 guys, and then Jalen has 3. Right now for the Aggies. 20-19 New Orleans. So Janicic back in for Gore, who goes out of the game. Still trying to find him some confidence, as we talked about with Tim pregame. Here's a 3-point launch and no good. Rebound try, and Gore, Norby takes it away for the rebound. Front court dribble drive by Sam Merrill all the way down the right. He puts it up with a hang. It doesn't go. He follows and scores. Merrill makes it 21-20, our pregame guest scores.
Nice job.
6:35 to go. He'll make basketball plays.
Yeah, he created that with no help from anybody.
6.5 to go first half. Out front, the launch by Cameron Reed for 3 didn't go. The sophomore player gets it off now to a dribble driving Fry. Gets a little space on Rector. Finds Poe. Goes back to Fry now. A 3-pointer good. Nate Fry. That's his second of the season in the 2 games he's played. 23-21.
Here's our small lineup. Didn't take long to get to it, but this is our chance, I think.
All right, Jalen between the circles on Thomas. Get it off to Janicic. Norby hand the ball. Merrill. Merrill drives down the mate and lays it up and in. So man-to-man defense. Sam's taking advantage, ties it at 23. It's our 6th tie of the game already. 5:50 to play first half and a timeout for the coaches as Coach Mark Schlesinger takes it for 30 seconds. 5:49 to play first half, tied at 23. We'll be back. This is the Utah State Aggies. Marymount leading Colorado State 13-11 in the first half, about 9 minutes to play. And Troy and Wyoming are tied at Laramie 13 all. About 12 and a half to play. And that's one of those where they play some home games, and then they go to Las Vegas. And Wyoming will play DePaul on Thursday, and then on Friday they play Missouri State or USC down there in Vegas in that tournament. We, of course, did that kind of with the Cancun tournament we had.
That's a new technique now. They'd like to go to exotic place to finish the tournaments.
All right, Thomas against the Aggie zone defense. Broyles out front, lob for Thomas. The Aggies were there to deflect it away, and Jalen Moore gets there. So the Aggies run the tower play. They try to run it. The Aggies are ready. McEwen in the corner. Here comes Sam Merrill. Cut off, skips it cross court, finds Rector. Shane drives into the paint, gets it back to McEwen. Three-pointer on the right wing is no good. And a rebound foul going the other way. The foul's going to be on Norby. Norby was the second guy out. Jalen was the one underneath that was trying to knock the ball up.
It looked like he went over the back, but he got a push, so he must have got him down low.
So Janasek with the foul is second. And that will put 1-1 at the foul line for Thibodeau, it looks like, is the guy fouled. Thibodeau's 63%, the guy who we said had a triple-double, one of the 3 in their school history. Double figures in 4 of the last 5 games, and then he only had 2 points against Louisiana Lafayette. So Janasek out, Quinn Taylor checks in, and Alex Dargington checks in for Coach Duryea. 1-1 for Thibodeau here. Launches it away, and it's rattles, and no good. Jalen Moore gets the rebound. Took a second hop off the rim. You never know what's going to happen there. Still tied 23.
Big high rebound, big high arcing shot.
5:15 to play first half. Sam Merrill now against the zone. Left-hand side to Jalen. Back down the middle, McEwen. Kobe missed the 3 last time down. Dargington in the right corner, out to McEwen on the angle. McEwen penetrates, goes down the middle, lays it off to Alex, and he dribbled it 1 too many times. Just lay it up. He dribbled it again, and then it got knocked out of his arms, although knocked out.
You probably missed that. Kobe demonstrated what he did wrong. He said, don't dribble the ball.
Just put it up. All right, he launches for Dargington, who gets it. Alex gives it up to Jalen on the left-hand angle. Now Jalen passes over to Kobe. McEwen on the right. McEwen steps back, shoots the 3 on the step back, and airballed it, and that was the end of the shot clock. It didn't hit the rim. The shot by Dargington, no good. Dargington gets the rebound again, goes back, and lays it off to McEwen. We got a pushing foul. Wasn't there a shot clock violation in there?
They didn't call it, did they?
They didn't call it.
It had to be.
And Michael Greenstein saying it barely tipped the rim. He's saying barely is what he's saying. So it did get reset.
If they didn't see it.
And now Coach Schlechter saying this much? Really this much? He's having fun with Michael Greenstein right now. Now Poe's going to check back into the game. So Poe is into the game, replacing Thibodeau. Missed the free throw.
Boy, those are some wild shots in that series. Not even close, some of them.
That Kobe was basically, I thought it was an air ball on his shot. He lobs it on the inbounds play to Dargington, gets it back out front. Still tied 23 all. This has really slowed down. Remember early, the clean teams are rolling at 14 in about the first 6 minutes. Now Merrill between the circles, Dargington down the left. Dargington wants to hand off to Jalen. He gets it to him at 15. Jalen now on the switch, spins around, goes back on the baseline, and a 15-footer by Alex. He needs it. He didn't get it. Quinn Taylor couldn't get the long rebound. Broyles does for the Privateers of UNO. 4:14 left first half, still 23 all. Now Broyles just yo-yos it. Goes over to the left now. Gill is back in. Gustavius Gill. High post pass to Thomas, who drives it right down and puts it up too hard. And then Poe had the rebound go right through his hands on a rebound follow.
He was going to slam it, forgot to catch it.
Picked up by Taylor, and Taylor to Merrill front court, still tied 23 all. McEwen rocks, goes down underneath, goes up against Poe, missed it. Tap! Quinn Taylor!
Nice tip in.
Quinn Taylor. He didn't score in 4 of the last 5 games, so that's nice to get a tip in. It's 25-23 Ags. Taylor with a tip as we go into 3:35 in the first half. Front of the Aggie bench to Gill. Littlest guy on the floor. Poe at the free throw line. Poe looks underneath for the low pass. He finds posted up, and Zeno shoots the high arcer and makes another one of those high arcers. He's made 2 of them in the game.
That must be his shot. We thought it looked weird first time.
But he puts it way up there to the rafters to go in on a high arc. 25 all. 3:15 first half. Right side to Merrill. McEwen over here on the left to Jalen against the zone. Screen from Quinn Taylor. Comes back on the left to McEwen, who penetrates, goes to the basket, hangs, puts up a runner, wild misses it, and the rebound comes off the glass to Thomas. What happened? McEwen thought he was going to make a play to somebody, and nobody there.
Nobody there.
Yep.
He wanted to pass it.
25 all and 2:55 first half. We'll have a media timeout next dead ball. Broyles, flare pass over to Zeno. Posted up, Thomas goes in against Jalen, and Jalen blocks it away from the side, and Quinn Taylor gets the rebound. Now coming up the floor is McEwen with the ball. Kobe down to the right, gets it to Jalen, open on the baseline, fakes, leans in, and shoots it too hard. Quinn Taylor, one dribble, gets fouled, going to the basket. We'll get Quinn Taylor free throwing when we come back after the break. Foul is called on Eric Thomas. So with 2:34 to play in the first half, Utah State 25 and New Orleans 25. Quinn Taylor at the foul line. When we come back in a moment, this is the Aggie basketball. We'll take a look at a couple things going on with Utah State. Tomorrow night at the half, Coach, we're going to go in detail. We'll talk a little bit about the conference teams because, of course, the next game we play will be a conference game. So we'll update what everybody's doing so far in the league and what the records are and all
big games going on this
Wednesday.
week with the conference. I see that the schedule's picked up a little because they're in tournaments playing a little bit better competition.
Yep. San Diego State's going to Hawaii. Wyoming's got this tournament in Vegas. UNLV's playing Kansas at home.
Yeah, we got 2 Pac-12 games tomorrow night with our league.
Yep, so, both on the road, New Mexico to Arizona, and Fresno State will be
testing themselves a little there.
Lewiston State Bank, established for your future. They've been serving the people of the Valley since 1905. The Aggies have gone 1 for their last 8 after they were 9 for 19 shooting, which wasn't bad. Now they're at 37%.
Just like you said off air, that is that our turnovers have slowed down and our shooting has gone cold. And
you got to pick something, I guess.
Well, we need to get it combined.
Quinn Taylor has come in and had 5 rebounds, and he goes to the free throw line and he makes the free throw. He's had the last 3 points for the Aggies.
And really stirred it up well on the inside.
So Quinn now 3 points. And his high for the year is 6 in a couple of games. And QT's second one bounces high, doesn't go. Sam Merrill tried to contest, couldn't get it. So he gets 1 out of 2. 26-25, Utah State 2:25 to play in the first half. Aggies with a man-to-man defense. And that kind of New Orleans spread out the court. Gill launch at free throw line to Thomas against Merrill. Goes in against Sam, spins around against Sam and gets double teamed and still banks it in.
Boy, he's strong, isn't he?
He's sliced between 2. He's already got 10 points.
Yeah.
27-26. 2:05 to go. They isolated him on Merrill, and then he spun, and then the Aggies tried to double and couldn't help. They were there. Quinn Taylor couldn't get a hand on it. All right, McEwen on the left wing. He and Rector now in the backcourt. He shovels it over to Shane in the corner right. Out on the angle to Merrill, deflected out of bounds, and Shane's going, pretty good idea, Sam, to get it back to me, but they got the hand in, knocked it away. Shot clock at 11, 1:49 first half. 27-26 Privateers. That was the 9th lead change in this game, and we've had 7 ties. It's been that close. Biggest Aggie lead 3, biggest New Orleans lead 3.
Yep.
1:45 in the first. Long 3 by McEwen, good this time. He even shot that one further than he shot other ones, and he's got 6 points now.
Yeah, that was just sheer determination on his part. He wanted to make one, get off the night.
29-27. Gustavius Gill gives it up. Sends Fry over here to the right side in front of the Aggie bench. Free throw line extended. He comes back to the point, gets it off on the wing, Zeno. Now it's Poe over there on the left-hand side, back to Zeno, and we got a foul called, and it's going to be on the Aggies. Going to be a holding call on Sam Merrill. That'll be his second. It'll be 1-1 for Fry at the line, who's made 2 for 2. He played 85 games out of Houma, Louisiana. He's had 5 20-point games in his career. Now it's Julian Perry in for Sam with 1:22 left in the half. Merrill, of course, made those back-to-back baskets when the Aggies needed some offense.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what he did at Utah Valley, too.
They've all made a contribution a little bit to help.
And Fry has now canned 6 points in this game off the bench. He had 9 in his first game on Saturday night against Louisiana Lafayette. 29-28. He can tie it for the 8th time if he makes this free throw. 1:22 left in the half. So here is Nate Fry with 1 more, and he's got it. Tied at 29, 8th tie of this game. 1:21 left in the first half. Rector across the stripe for USU. Rector with now man-to-man defense for the Privateers. Dribble drive McEwen all the way down, and he's getting ridden by Zeno, and so Zeno will get the foul this time.
It looks like our guards feel like they can penetrate with because they're glued on such tight man-to-man, not a lot of help.
That is the 7th team foul, so it will be Kobe McEwen at the free throw line. So Zeno's got 2 fouls. Broyles has 1. Free throw, Kobe good. So McEwen now up to 7 points in the first half. Rosa comes back into the game. George Rosa in, and Zeno went out. One more for the Aggie freshman, 30-29 Aggies. And he makes them, both of them. So Aggies by 2, 1:11 to play in the first half. So it's now at the point, Fry running things for the Privateers at the 1 minute mark of the first half. All right, he rides it over to the left side on McEwen. Popping out now, they go low to the bounce pass to Thomas on the baseline. His turnaround 10-foot rope on the baseline won't drop. The slap by Fry. The rebound knocked away by McEwen. Grabbed over there by Perry. Shovels to Rector. Rector front court all the way to the basket. Throws it off to Quinn Taylor. Lay it in.
I'll tell you, you better be ready when he goes to the bucket. That was a great look.
33-29. Ags with their biggest lead of the first half with 35 seconds to play in the first half. They lead by 4. All right, now Fry comes to the double high post. They come to Taylor on the right on Moore. Gives the handoff now. Cross court, Rosa goes to Fry. Shot clock at 12. It is about 10 ahead of the game clock. Poe at the free throw line. Get it back now to Gill. 7 to shoot. The outside the arc. Gill gets the screen from Thomas. The long 3. It banks. It doesn't go. The long rebound though to Fry, and his 17-footer is way short. And the rebound to Thomas with 7 seconds to play first half. Now Thomas drives on Quinn Taylor, cut off by Quinn. Fall away, banker. Oh, what a shot!
Oh, that was a power shot.
That was a bank of with no arm.
Behind, under the bucket, it looked almost like.
He makes it 33-31, and Thomas has 12, and he can score the ball. The Aggies lead by 2 at the end of the first half of play in the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum. Sportsman's Warehouse halftime. Coming up next, we'll look at the scoring totals as the Aggies lead by 2, 33-31. They're 4-2 when they led at the half this year. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.